Okay, that is number 14.
Oh, Man United. Absolutely. If you're a Liverpool player, the biggest game of the season were Everton because of the rivalry in the city. But the one everyone was looking out for was Man United. You know, but at that stage, they hadn't won the trophy for the league title for a long, long time, and you know, each year was going by. The Liverpool fans were absolutely delighted that they weren't winning anything. So that was always the one they wanted to win. And my record against them for Liverpool was actually very good. I didn't realise, when I look back, I always thought United used to beat us, but we won the league. But that was nothing of the sort. Actually, my record was very good. I think we only lost once in the league against them.
22.
It would be the offside rule. I absolutely detest it. I don't think anyone understands it. I don't think the referees really fully understand it either. I think it's been an absolute nightmare. You know, all this about it's got to be to the advantage of the striker. Well, I don't agree with that. Football's a two-sided game. It's about attacking, it's about defending, and I don't think you should actually put one ahead of the other. You know, both equally important, and that's why I would ban it, and I would ban it straight away.
Number 12.
Touchwood, I didn't have many bad injuries in my career, but I do remember one. I think we were playing against Grimsby. I'm trying to think of the keeper. It might have been Nigel Batch. I mean, I'm going back 82, 83. And I remember I was going through, and that was my first big season. You know, I'd been in West Ham's reserves. I've played once in the first team. I've just come to Fulham, my first full season at the club. So I'm on a high. I'm, you know, raring to go, a young whippersnapper. I want to show everyone what I could do. And maybe I was taking a little bit too many liberties in the middle of the park. Or sorry, in the 18-yard boxes I've gone through, and the keeper came out and he's absolutely crunched me. And I remember I had to go into plaster for 6 days, and I actually came out of plaster, trained on the Friday, and I played on the Saturday. So there you go.
24.
I only took my first ever penalty was in the World Cup. So all this nonsense about, you know, you've got to practice and all that. I never practiced penalties in my life. But it was just about on the day. You know, we played Romania, we couldn't get 5 penalty takers. I remember we were in a huddle, and Jack Charlton said, you know, you got yourselves into this mess, now get yourselves out of it. So we were trying to find 5 penalty takers, and we had 2, which was Kevin Sheedy and Andy Townsend. Now, I think they'd both taken penalties for the respective clubs, but now we're struggling. So I said I'd take one, now we've only got 2 to go. And then David O'Leary from nowhere put his hand up, so we thought we may as well not bother. We've got me, never take one. Dave's, I don't know how good or bad he is, because he's never taken one either. And we eventually got Tony Cascarino to take one, and all 5 of us scored. So, you know, my record wasn't bad. I remember I missed one against Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup, but I also scored one against Wimbledon in a cup match as well. So I think 2 out of 3 that I took. I ain't a bad record, is it?
Right, number 1.
Playing wise, Stuart Pearce. Stuart was hard but fair, you know, but you always knew you were going to be in for a competitive game. He would never come in and hurt you. That was never, you know, part of the process with Stuart. The ball was there to be won. You knew he was going to come in hard and he was going to try and win it. So you had to be, you know, aware of that going in the game. So I used to relish it. I used to love it, because I would try to do things that, you know, would take me away from him or get me out of a situation, tight situation from him. Because what I didn't want is to run the ball at him and go, come on and Stuart, come and tackle me. Because there was only ever going to be one winner. That was him. But he was very, very tough. But I always say hard but fair.
Number 6.
Well, I'm a golf nut. Absolutely golf nut. So I would have Jack Nicklaus, who I had the privilege of interviewing once for radio. And you know, when you have a hero and they live up to your expectations and even surpass it, that was it. He was absolutely brilliant. Sat and chatted to him for about 20 minutes. I think the girl who was looking after us said we had 5, and after 6 minutes she was saying cut, cut, cut. But all I would say, it wasn't my fault. It was him who just wanted to keep talking and talking about golf. He would be my number 1. And then I would have Seve Ballesteros, another fantastic golfer, someone that I, you know, had a lot of time watching. You know, a great inspiration, great leader. You've seen him at the Ryder Cup in Valderrama and how he handled that. Yeah, he was hitting every shot for the lads, you know, never mind just captain of the team. And I'd like to sit down with Tiger Woods. You know, there'll be 3 golfers. I'd like to sit down and really discuss the game with them and how good they became. You know, 3 brilliant players. Look at the majors that they've won. Just to sit down and discuss golf with them and just see how they started and what their philosophy was and what really spurred them on to become the legends that they are and were.
17.
I've not really got one, to be honest. Not something I really go that much into.
Is
I did see T-Rex.
Any in the FA or the FAI?
Well, they used to say there was a few dinosaurs at the English FA, didn't they? And I remember going up in front of them once when I got my only red card in 20-year playing career. There were a couple of dinosaurs there that wouldn't even listen to my side of the argument. But no, I would have to say T-Rex.
Number 12.
And I've never been into that at all. It's not something that I really bother with. And my wife's quite into going to have readings with certain people. Never believed in all that, because my first question would always be, well, I've got someone coming through with the letter J. Well, if they're telling you it's the letter J, why don't they just tell you their name at the same time? I just don't ever get that. That's just personal to me. And it's a bit like that with horoscopes. I'm not really into it. I don't understand it, to be honest. I've never gone that in depth to it, but maybe there's something in it, I'm not sure.
And number 14.
I don't really watch soap operas, and my wife's East Ends, but I've never really got into them, to be honest. Nothing's really caught my eye. There's no storylines that I've got involved in that I've really been bothered with. I'm not a big TV watcher. I'm really more sports and movies and a few comedy shows. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of going in to watch soap operas now.
Number 21.
And my nickname has always been Razor, all the way through, until Razor Ruddock said I couldn't use it anymore because he wanted it. He was coming as I left, he came to Liverpool, and then I was at Palace with Ray. Razor, he was a player then, I was coach at the time. So Razor was my nickname all the way through, and I've had a few other ones, but particularly at Liverpool. Ferret was one of the ones that Kenny Dalglish called me. He used to ferret around the pitch, and there's a few other ones that I couldn't really tell you on air, I'll tell you live, but Razor was the one.